quiet. Alistair, you break the ice.
I like street art. I collect street art, but I obviously haven't been to this part of Istanbul, which has been photographed. And I photographed a lot in Istanbul, but missed this one. It's very
Yeah, this is the local touch.
Yeah. Okay.
I think you're very right about movies, and movies do emphasize the bad in order to have a story that moves forward.
Yeah.
And movies are good because they get people to talk. But life is not as exciting as a movie, and it goes on. Life keeps going, the movie ends, and they resolve things. And so that's a challenge of using movies for all of us. Because I like using movies too. That in 2 hours, everything is fixed. And in real life, it doesn't work that way. But the thing I like most about the movie Contagion is that it isn't all tidy at the end. It's not fixed at the end. And I've not seen some of the other movies in a long time, so I don't know how I would use them to teach, but it's an interesting challenge to use a movie and then say, well, most of us aren't like that. This is just a good case scenario to talk about.
Yeah, especially for the Contagion, you know. Most of the students are doing very similar kind of research. The molecular biology, they know how to dodge the viruses and microbes and so forth and so on. And you know, we also discussed this Korean
Stem cell
case. And in that situation, they really think that the Korean guy was a quite clever guy, you know. This is so interesting, basically. This is like, you know, I was once in part of the Turkish Rowing Federation for the health committee, and in that committee, I think we discussed more doping, and the more you teach doping the sport, the athletes, you know, the more they tend to do more doping actually. So this is a worldwide problem. So because they learn how to do it, and they are keen to do it. I mean, it's a very difficult situation, especially for the responsible science, and especially maybe for the dual use research process.
Do you think that teaching ethics or bioethics in a semester, within a semester, is better than giving them just giving them just as workshops or seminars in the college? What do you prefer? I mean, to have it a course for 14 weeks, or just to from time to time to teach it as workshops or?
Yeah, I think this is a very valid question. I think I like that question. I discussed with my colleagues a couple of times in a similar way. But you know, I remember Dr. Malik feedbacks that the time is very limited for other ones. You know, we have plenty of times, and those students know each other very well. They spend their time all together. When I give a homework, I know that they discuss after class.
Yeah.
This is also really important. And I think people usually need time to digest those informations. Otherwise, it's so, I would say, ephemeris, goes away, fade out is very easy. That's why the movies are important, because it really makes your mark. And doing something on your own is very important. I think acting is very important too, as a tool in teaching. But we also have the same problem. People don't want to do those kind of things, especially when they know each other very well. Okay, so they cannot act. They don't want to pretend. And at least for the group work, I urge them to take a group name. Some groups refuse to have given the names. Okay, so they say the group name is in Turkish says bilmiyorum, I don't know. Yes, I don't know. Okay, so I took it as a protest, right? So because I make them a little bit too
What's the gap?
pushy, for the group
My
names.
question is also, sorry for another question, what's the gap between their understanding, the culture, the influence of the culture on their thinking of ethics and bioethics? Is there anything, something like that because of culture?
No, because I think,
Because
they are quite,
because sometimes, I mean, I see it, sometimes when we talk about ethics and bioethics and these things, some people, maybe because they don't understand, they are not aware of it. So
no, they are quite knowledgeable. They knew basically all principles related to bioethics and research ethics when they came to this class. Okay, and most of our students are Turkish, but we have also international students. And in this group, there were 2 students, 3 students. One is from Iran, and one is, although 2 are of Turkish descent, one is coming from Germany and the other one is coming from Netherlands. So they know those kind of things, and there's no problem to convey the message. The problem is how to change the behavior and how to make it an important part of their daily routine. So this is very difficult because they know, but they tend to cheat sometimes. This is I can feel it.
yeah.
If occasion arises, they can do it. Okay, so it's not that 100% sure, but I don't want to blame everybody, of course. But there's this possibility, which is
You mean that they know it's incorrect, but they do?
yeah.
Fatima, then.
You have discussed the participants in other aspects of ethics, for example, ethics and the responsibility of scientists, how to publish or not to publish sensible results. What do you think, for example, about this, about new use of some results?
So we discussed very big, and this is an important topic, of course. Their reaction actually, they are not very altruistic.
They are not.
So I kind of thinking that they are quite selfish. Okay? So if they think that this is a good opportunity for them to do this, they do it. They do it. For instance, if they get the chance to publish in Nature for whatever it costs, they can. Okay?
For example, to publish only result, not methodology. What do they think about this? It is an alternative for...
when you go to a serious journal, it's not that possible because you need to disclose everything, okay, even your raw data. That's not the problem. But I think that, for instance, for doing experiments on animals, so they think quite liberally. I mean, they can do whatever it takes. Okay, so
Limitations.
Whatever it takes. Okay, understood?
I'm interested in the mechanics.
So success is more important. Excuse me. Success driven. So this is quite difficult.
So, your 14 students obviously enjoyed it because you showed them lots of opportunities for misconduct. And so
that's what I trying to say to Elizabeth. Okay.
Yeah, no, you teach them how to cheat better when they take a good class.
But when you embed this, I like the idea that you've stretched it over a long period of time because I think it's a continuing conversation that you need. So the 14 that you selected, how were they selected?
They were not. I'm not selected.
Or how, yes.
They took the course.
Okay.
So they
So
took
it
the
was
course
an optional
and-
course.
No, it becomes a mandatory course
And
for all graduate students
it will be
in health sciences.
Okay.
But they may select either my course or the other course for the spring semester. And the other thing is, we just started the course, so all courses are being selected by reputation. So you'll see that. Yes.
And so differences between...
So I get it, in my annual review, they just put, this is, I received from this course and 3 out of 4, okay? Could be acceptable.
But can you evaluate the students' knowledge at the end of both courses to see which is the better for inculcating some approach?
I as a first trial, I haven't tried to assess the level of knowledge.
You have not. You have not tried to do that yet.
Yeah, not yet. But I'm seriously thinking, because this is a course, kind of a course that people need to go through, and they know many things. Okay, so for the knowledge issues, they could be quite knowledgeable. They may already have, known that. But,
so, what is the take-home message that you took from this running this course?
Yeah, it's difficult to change the behavior, and other factors, especially in the today's scientific challenge, may really do have an impact on these issues as a behavior.
So aside from chopping people's hands off so they can't do research, I mean, how are you going to alter people's approaches? So you're saying that if they're given the opportunity
But I think,
and under pressure, people might just...
You cannot solve this problem with just one course. I think the whole institutional environment is very important. And I think this gives us an opportunity that you already have had a course that you are exposed to these problems. So why do you do this, why do you do that afterwards, and do their lab work and stuff is very important.
Yes.
I think that you've got a great experience there, and it's being able to then persuade other people in the university that this is a problem. It's not a problem just for you.
Yeah, absolutely. So let me just finish this.
Yeah, and then Leila has a question, and then we have to go to the break.
We have now this WHO questionnaire that I try to go and run through the administration of the university, starting from the university administration.
What is the questionnaire about?
It's the responsible science.
WHO questionnaire?
So it's quite...
I don't know about this either.
Yeah,
Okay.
Here. And I also want to conduct this questionnaire to the all students later on. But some of the questions may not be quite relevant for them, but I need to see their opinion about those issues. Because I think the institutional environment and the ecosystem research basically is very, very important in the future. And I think this course is going to be part of it, because you need to have also a solid basis as a course structure to have bioethics and research ethics.
It's not a question just like reflection according to what you were saying. It's very interesting part. I think it's not all the students are concerned about that. How can we encourage innovation and excellence in science in the bioethic framework, and by respecting and not doing all this misconduct? I mean, we're increasing the awareness of all these issues by workshop and your courses that took several a long time. So there's a lot of efforts. I think that you had a lot of misconceptions in this audience, but you still have them.
Yeah,
So,
I think the most important thing is to go through the thesis procedures, the whole administrative procedures, and then how the thesis work is being done as a research, how it is monitored, how it is mentored. They are very important issues. I think everything needs to be overviewed through this thesis procedures and processes throughout the thesis work. In the graduate work.
Just one last thing. In the mandatory training that students have, you know, where they get library work, biostatistics and so on, you could easily start, you could begin to see how you could insert some of these issues.
Yeah, we are doing actually.
You are.
Deliberately, and it is part of the course. This is not very extensive, but we are actually doing this. But these are for, basically on the undergrad level. We are also revamping this course to the graduate level. We need to have a graduate level skills course, which would be, I think, not mandatory. Because we have two mandatory courses at the graduate school, the bioethics and the biostatistics.
Okay.